Right now, hundreds of thousands of highly skilled immigrants are living in the United States. They hold valid visas, they work in high-demand fields, and many are raising families here, fully legally. For decades, the immigration system offered a clear, structured path for them to remain here. It is a process known as an adjustment of status. This diagram outlines the traditional route. A temporary visa holder marries an American citizen or secures long-term employment. They file their paperwork, and they smoothly transition to a permanent green card while remaining safely inside the country. A new memo from the Trump administration abruptly shuts down this pathway. The directive orders these legal applicants to leave the country indefinitely and reapply from a U.S. embassy abroad. The directive offers zero exceptions. It applies equally regardless of whether the applicant is legally employed or married to a U.S. citizen, effectively separating parents from their American-born children and employees from their jobs. For hundreds of thousands of people, compliance now requires a physical departure. To stay legal, they must leave behind the homes, jobs, and communities they have spent years building. The act of leaving the country creates an immediate legal crisis. Under existing law, certain applicants who depart for an embassy interview may automatically trigger a 3 to 10-year ban on re-entering the United States. The severity of this shift has caught the attention of historically conservative networks. Broadcasters on Fox News have highlighted the disruptive reality of forcing non-citizens out of the country indefinitely, despite their legal standing. The policy functions as a one-way door. By requiring a departure for processing while simultaneously punishing that exact departure, the administration has engineered a trap that pushes legal residents out without any guaranteed path to return. Inside the text of the memo, immigration officers are handed a new aggressive mandate: heavily scrutinize an applicant's preconceived intent. In the past, if a tourist stayed 90 days before marrying a citizen, the government generally accepted their status change. The new rules discard that grace period. Officers are now instructed to interrogate applicants about their true motives from the exact moment they cross the border. To find inconsistencies, officers are directed to actively hunt through an applicant's entire travel history and scrub their social media accounts looking for reasons to issue a rejection. If any negative factors are found, the memo states the applicant can only survive the scrutiny by proving they have outstanding equities. The government does not actually define what an outstanding equity is, creating an arbitrary standard. Lawmakers are calling out the hypocrisy of the mandate. Representatives have pointed out that an administration loudly claiming to support legal immigration is actively dismantling the actual mechanisms that allow it. Ambiguous legal phrases and undefined standards give officers immense latitude. They can intentionally weaponize the bureaucracy to artificially inflate rejection rates for perfectly legal applicants, all without rewriting the laws on the books. This animated map shows the logistical failure created by the policy. Thousands of individuals are being pushed out of the U.S. system and funneled toward a severe bottleneck of global consular offices, many of which were previously defunded and closed by the administration. The remaining consulates are often operating on minimal hours. This guarantees that processing will be agonizingly slow, deliberately stranding applicants overseas for years. The people caught in this backlog are some of the most highly trained individuals on the planet. We are talking about top-tier PhD researchers, specialized medical professionals, and leaders driving the tech industry. By introducing impossible delays and bureaucratic traps, America is effectively firing its own top-tier imported talent. Now, while U.S. policy becomes increasingly restrictive, other nations are aggressively adjusting their laws to recruit the very talent America is pushing away. Cities like Shenzhen, China, have transformed into booming, cyberpunk-esque tech hubs. They are directly recruiting the foreign entrepreneurs and tech talent displaced by American policies. These global hubs offer world-class business environments. They provide highly affordable living, extensive public transit, and high personal safety, a level of security rarely found in major U.S. cities. Now, European capitals are deploying similar strategies. Cities across France, the Netherlands, and Norway are actively optimizing their urban infrastructure for human-centric living, drawing in top professionals. These foreign nations are eliminating the cognitive load of personal safety risks and hostile bureaucracy. They make daily life and entrepreneurship frictionless for incoming talent. Highly skilled immigrants are looking at this global landscape and realizing they do not have to endure American hostility to achieve their dreams. They can simply go where the infrastructure and funding already welcome them. The administration consistently projects aggressive political rhetoric about the need to outcompete and dominate nations like China and Russia. This map visualizes the actual consequence of their policies. By driving away experts, the U.S. transfers innovation straight into the hands of its rivals. Bright streams pooling into Asia and Europe represent a permanent talent drain, taking future discoveries and shifting global power. By prioritizing a policy that forces legal residents out, the administration is effectively outsourcing American innovation. The expertise that fuels economic growth is no longer staying in the U.S. It is being handed to its competitors by